Welcome to Switchback Motorsports. My name is Karl Ward. I'm going to be talking to you today about the Polaris Ride Command on the 1500 XD. The Polaris Ride Command truly is what sets it apart. We thought we'd just take a little minute today and just kind of run you through how this works to make it see why it's so unique to Polaris and not to any other machine. So this is our screen right here. And we can completely change this around. This makes it kind of fun because we can come up here, and right now we got it set on gauges. And if you want to change things around, because I'm an older guy, I like to see the tachometer go around in a circle. If you're young, you can go digital. We can switch this all around just while I'm doing that. We can even come back here and we can say, well, I want to change this screen here, so I can push this button here. And then I can come up here and actually change. If I don't want this to say voltage, I can make it say trip meter just by pushing things, so it's completely adjustable. You can put things wherever you want. Once we're done, we can push done. We can also come here, we can import and export maps, so we can do maps on here as well. This will Bluetooth to your phone. So once we Bluetooth to your phone, it allows us to be able to listen to music. You can receive phone calls, and there's all kinds of fun things you can do with that as well. So we've seen the gauge part about it. Once we've done that, we'll come in here to the maps. So we push this little map button here, and you see how the map pops up here. You are this little blue triangle. This is you. And even though we're indoors in a metal building, this still comes through because of the satellite. It's very functional. You never lose it. You never lose this view at all. We can also expand this to make more detail as you see the roads come in. And we can also shrink it down to get a bigger view. If we shrink it right down, you can even see these little trails. That's what's so unique to this machine. This actually will find the trails, and not only that, it names the trails. So if we look here, we can see some blue trails and we can see some red trails. It's good to know because that makes a difference. Because over here we have a legend, and we can come over here, and this legend will show us that these red and brown trails are for anything that's pickup trucks, machines like this that are 65 inches. We can go on those red and brown trails. The ones we're going to be scared of in this machines are the ones that are green and blue, because those are 50-inch trails. This is too wide to go on a 50-inch trail. Also, we have single track motorcycle trails, and it tells you, so you know exactly before you even get there what kind of trail you're going on. And if we even zoom in on this trail here, if I zoom in on this trail that we can drive on, we're in Pocatello, Idaho. So as we zoom in, we can see the name of this trail. This is called Clifton Creek Trail. So it gives us the name of the trail. Nice to know, because we can go from there and we can plan rides from one point A to point B. We can do that on our cell phone, our computer, and we can transfer it right over to this screen over here. We can also do certain things like, as you notice, this tab popped up. We can do a current ride. So say you're going on a ride and you're going to go out in the desert where there's lots of intersections. It's easy to get lost. So what we want to do is make sure we don't get lost. So we can push resume on this, and what it's going to do, it's going to leave a little blue trail behind you wherever you go. So if you ever get lost, you can just turn around, come right back the same way you went. You can also set waypoints on here. You can set waypoints, so if you're out and see a cool waterfall, Old Faithful or something like that, you can mark it, and you can also name it as well. You can type in the name of what your waypoint is. Another unique function of this is group rides. This is so inherent just to Polaris, because you can actually take a group of people. For example, we took a trip 2 years ago down from Mesquite to the Grand Canyon. There's about 10 of us in the group, and I just plugged all 10 people into the machine, and not only just I plug it in, but I could name them. Each couple had their name. So as we come up on this screen, I'm the only blue triangle, but everybody else will be little circles, but it'll have their name on there. So it'll be Bob, Sue, Frank, Betty, George. And so you know exactly who is where and where they're at and how close they are to you. It actually has a little arrow pointing off their machine, which direction they're going, and also how far they are from you. Just a tremendous little asset to use while you're riding together. It makes it so you don't have to be right on their bumper. If you're cruising along a real dusty road, you're eating dirt, you can back off. You can just watch them on the screen, let the dust settle, then just go. You're not going to miss them on an intersection. You can just follow them. You'll never lose them. Say a person comes in on a Can-Am or a Yamaha, they don't have this feature. We can still track them by tracking their cell phone. So that's a nice thing we do. We just plug their cell phone number in here. We can track them as well as naming them, so we know where they're at. The down part of that is if they lose cell signal, then we'd lose them. So it only works about a mile without that if we lose cell signal. We can also come over here to map layers. When we do this map layers, once we tag it into your phone, we can turn that on. Then instead of just seeing this more of the cartoon type map, we'll see real type mountains, valleys, rivers, all right there. Then we can also see land. If it's BLM ground or if it's private property, it'll name if it's Farmer Brown or BLM ground. All this is free. There is no charge to this. There is no monthly fee. People always ask, is there a monthly fee? Like sometimes on cars, you have to pay to have the satellite service. There is no monthly fee on this. It's free. There is an upgrade. You can do Ride Command Plus, but that gives you a few other features, like you can track the machine where if it's not around, if it's in Island Park. You can actually see the fuel level, the battery status, if there's anything going on with it, if anybody's driven it. If it gets stolen, you can track it because you know exactly where it's going. If somebody's loaded it up on a trailer and taken it, you can track them down and find them. Another thing we can do with Ride Command is it's hooked to our stereo as well. So we hit these little music notes over here, and then we can come over here and we can switch either to AM, FM. It's got the built-in speakers all built into it. Or if we want to Bluetooth to our phone, we can come up here to source. We hit Bluetooth, and then we can play, like on my phone, I have about 1,000 old guy songs that I can just play in there and listen to. So it's just wonderful, and I don't have to worry about losing FM stations. I can just play it as I'm cruising way out in the back of the sticks. You can also do a USB or an iPod. There's a port you can plug in here in the jockey box that you can plug into it, and same thing, I have about another 1,000 songs there. I can plug in there and I don't have to run my battery down on my phone while I'm doing that. You can also listen to weather radio, AM, FM. So it's just a wonderful thing that you can do on this machine here. And it's quiet enough that you can do that. On a lot of machines, it's kind of worthless to have a stereo because you can't hear it. This machine, you can hear it. It's very nice how you can actually hear what's going on, not only with the stereo, but you can hear what's going on with the motor, anything else. You can actually have a pleasant conversation with your wife, your kids. It just makes it a very pleasurable experience. We can go deeper inside here. If you'll notice here, this says driver's seat, passenger seat. So both these seats are heated. So I think we pretty much kind of covered Ride Command. I'm Karl Ward. Again, thanking you from Switchback Motorsports. We thank you for your participation and watching. We'd love to see you down here at the store. Come down and see us. If we can do anything for you, if you want a little more demonstration on Ride Command, come see me. I'll show you how Ride Command works. Be glad to show you more about it.